Hello and welcome to our today's session about how to part with sentimental items. I am Chantal Imbach from Simply in Order. Let's start with defining what a sentimental object is. Very often it's nothing valuable in terms of monetary value, but the memories or sentiments we attach to the item makes it valuable to us. It could be anything. For example, our children's first shoes, furniture that has been in the family for several generations, or a simple holiday souvenir. The list is endless. At this point, I would like to mention that my message is not at all that you should get rid of your sentimental possessions. If you want to keep them and have the space for it, by all means keep them. There's nothing wrong with this at all. However, if you do so, I would like to encourage you to really honor these objects by displaying them, using them, play with them, read them, and take good care of them. But now let's talk about what happens when you can't keep everything. Unfortunately, sometimes we have to let go of things whether we want or not. Often because we don't have enough space to keep it all. This can be a very emotional and difficult process, which is, on the other hand, also cleansing and liberating, given that you're ready. If you don't feel ready, I think you should wait if you can. Now, if you have to let go of those sentimental items, how can you do this? I will give you a few methods and ideas that hopefully will help to make this process a little bit easier. The first step is very simple, but I think very effective. Take a picture of the object in question. Then you can let go of the original, and if you like, you can even make a little photo album later. This works for pretty much anything. Children's artwork is a good example for that. From my experience, I can also say it works well for children when they need to make space for new toys, for example, before a birthday. Let them pick what they don't want to keep any longer, but take a picture of those toys. This can help them to let go. The next tip is for clothes. Instead of keeping the garments, you might want to cut them up and make something new from it that you will actually use, like a quilt or a pillowcase. If you're not crafty, I'm sure you know someone who would love to help you. Have a look on Pinterest if you need some inspiration. If you have a big pile of items that you need to sort and you're not quite sure what to keep and what not, the next tip might help. Take one item after the other and ask yourself, is it a friend, an acquaintance, or a stranger? Let me give you an example. Let's say you're sorting books. A friend would be a book that you really love. Maybe you have read it several times and you're sure you're going to read it again. That's definitely a keeper, a friend. However, if it's a book that you read once and have never touched again and it's not relevant for you anymore, it's like an acquaintance. It was good to have it in your life at a certain time, but not any longer. It can go. If you pick up a book and you can't even remember where it came from and why you have it, it can definitely go. It's a total stranger. This method works for different things. I think especially well for books or clothes. The next tip works well for people who downsize. Let's call it the treasure hunt. Think ahead and imagine your new home and what you will be doing there. Will you still have a garden to look after? Will you travel a lot? Will you still be cooking every night? Once you have a clear vision, the decisions what to keep will be much easier. It's like shopping at home. Let's say you won't have a big garden anymore. That means you will only need few, if any, of your gardening tools and clothes. And you will only be cooking easy meals. So you don't have to take all those fancy kitchen appliances with you. However, you will keep playing golf? Then keep the necessary gear, of course. In the end, you will only keep those things that will make your vision a reality, and it will be much easier to let go of the rest. Another tip is to keep only one item per era. For example, letters. Keep only one per year and person, or scan them all and toss the originals. This method also works well for artwork or toys. Don't keep dozens of baby toys, maybe just one or two favorites. When we declutter, we normally ask ourselves whether we still need a certain item. Let's change that question and ask, does this item still need me? It might sound a bit crazy, but I think it can help a great deal to put things into a clear perspective, because we change roles and imagine to be that item. So, if you were that old pair of jeans hanging in the back of your wardrobe, not having been worn for the last 10 years, would you like to be that pair of jeans? I wouldn't. I bet you'd much rather be out of there, be worn, loved and used. That was it from me today. I'm Chantal Imbach from Simply in Order. I hope these tips are useful, and I'd love to hear your feedback if you try them. Here is how you can connect with me. Happy organizing, and until next time, bye!